Hello everyone, it's Catherine here from Inky Finger Cat, and surprise surprise, I'm back and I'm doing another scrapbook page. So last video I was doing because it was for Helen's Hop. She's now over 600 subscribers, can I just say? Amazing. But anyway, I still had all the papers on the desk and I was still wanting to scrap that picture that I'd originally thought I was going to scrap. So I thought, right, I'm just going to play. I went and grabbed myself a piece of pink cardstock. I've got loads of 12 by 12 cardstock in my stash. No idea what colours they all are anymore, but they're all probably old Stampin' Up ones. But I thought this one went quite well with the papers. Now, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I am loosely, well, in front of me, I've got that page that Sarah had done. It doesn't look anything like that at the end, but I am sort of loosely looking at that. So I'm going to credit the lovely Sarah Davies, who designed a page and who I bought the kit from Hey Little Magpie. So I am going to credit her because I certainly am inspired, but I take it in a completely different direction. The other thing that's going to happen is I remembered that on the Hey Little Magpie Facebook group, the April challenge is to use 3 frames. I think it's 3 frames. That's what I'm going with in my head anyway. So I decided to go and die cut a whole load of little frames out. They are quite flimsy paper or cardstock, so I do end up doubling them up later to give them a bit of strength. But as you can see here, I am really undecided about what I'm doing. I'm just grabbing bits and pieces from the kit and cutting them out, plonking things around. But that big long green strip was originally to go down the side, which was sort of like Sarah's original page looked like that. But I end up not using that at all. So I suppose the only thing that it kind of ends up being similar is that pink kind of gingham being a torn out piece. That's probably the inspiration that I end up using in the end, but I have got Sarah's beautiful page in front of me, so you know it is definitely inspiring me. So the pictures are actually from one of our first days in Mallorca at our lovely hotel that I crave to return to, but it was a very expensive holiday. It was the most expensive holiday I've ever been on. Beautiful, might even be a 5-star hotel. It's either a 4 or 5-star hotel, all inclusive. It was stunning, and as you can see from the blue of the sky, oh, so hot, so beautiful. Not the kind of holiday we've ever had previously and probably won't have again because it costs so much money, but it was a real treat and we all really enjoyed that holiday. And Mary and I at this point are going for a little wander around the site. It might actually be the second day of the holiday, it might be the first, I can't quite remember, but we'd left Vin somewhere, don't know where. Oh, I think it was the second day because Vin had gone to watch football, that was it, and we went for a little wander around the whole site. So that's the picture. Maya took it. It's not the best quality pictures in. We've got the sun behind us and all the rest of it. But you know what? We just were living the dream. So you can see here I've taken loads of pieces of paper and just cut bits and pieces behind it. I've done some of them I've torn, some of them I've used the paper distress tool. And at this point I'm sort of thinking that the cluster's going to be over on the left hand side. That again, that's not how it ends up. I've taken some of the tags and again those frames. I end up just basically using those frames as sort of 3 sticky outy bits. And then those tags up at the top left, and then the sun on the right hand side. And then I don't even really add a title to this page, I've realised, but there's lots of texty bits around the page. And it doesn't really need one, I think. Maybe if I had a nice big die cut sun or sunshine or something like that, that might have worked. But again, I'm still deciding, and at this point I'd said, no, I want it over the top right hand side, because really we're both looking down towards the bottom left because that's where the camera is, and it just seemed to work better. And I think that that's something I've definitely seen on other people's YouTubes, is to sort of like follow the eye line and have them looking in the direction so that that's where the emptier space is. Anyway, I'm just plonking things around, trying to work out, can I fit any more in? I mean, it's quite a heavy cluster. It's not, I don't do things by halves. And what's more, because I don't anticipate, even though I'm a little bit scrappy obsessed at the moment, I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I've been poorly the last week, so I've watched a lot of YouTube videos whilst lying in bed. So even though I am slightly scrapbook obsessed at the moment, I don't think it's going to be my full-time thing. I still think card making's my thing, mainly. So I'm also looking at the kit and thinking, well, we'll use it for anything else. And I probably won't. So, right, at this point, I think, right, the background looks ridiculous. It's just a big old pink blob. So at this point, I should have probably cut out some of this video, but yeah, I went and found a stencil. It's a paper artsy stencil, and I just want those twiggy things that are coming out the left-hand side, and I want them to kind of branch off from where the cluster will be. So lots of masking, lots of using old envelopes to just mask and get things out of the way, and then I'm going to go and find my modelling paste. Yeah, lots of fiddling with the masks, didn't quite work. But yeah, I'm just getting plain modelling paste. There's nothing fancy about this, just a bit of modelling paste, and I'm going to add that there, and then just working out where the cluster's going to go, add a bit coming down from the bottom, and then I'm going to do exactly the same and have a teensy bit coming out the top. Okay, and then obviously important, really important when you're using things like modelling pastes or texture paste, always go clean up your tools immediately, especially stencils, because they will not survive otherwise. So I'm being really careful because I don't particularly want to knock any of that modelling paste, but I'm going to take my white gesso and just do some splatter. And it just helps me feel like that back isn't just a big pink blob. So I've set that off to one side because it needs to dry, and now I'm going to carry on working on my little cluster. Now, I'd actually already put tape on the background, and so it keeps sticking to the desk, but now I'm just grabbing bits and pieces that are on the desk. So I'd got these die cut leaves, which are Altenew leaves from the Zero Waste leaf die that I've not used in a project. As in, I've used the die at some point in the project, but I've not used those leaves. I'm just having a little dig through. Is there anything in my stash? And I find these tiny little sewing pin, safety pins. Does this go with the theme of the page? No, but they're really quite cute, and I just fancied them, and the colours worked. And they were actually a little gift that I got when I bought some stash from a friend secondhand. She put a little gift in of these safety pins. So I thought, oh, yay. Again, I'm still looking at all of those papers. Now, because it was only a thin amount of texture paste, it's mainly dried. I'd also popped it in the sunshine. I think that helps to dry it. And obviously the gesso takes no time at all to dry. So I did stick some foam underneath. Now, I just use crazy foam. I know there's probably, it's not archival and all the rest of it, but I'm one of these people that's not entirely caring whether this lasts a lifetime or not. For me, crafting is about the doing, not necessarily about the end product. I mean, the end product, it's nice if it looks nice, but that's not really what it is for me. So I'm just adding a teensy bit of journaling. There really isn't any journaling. I put the date on and I put where we are. That's it. And I just added that to some strips to the side. That's basically it. I did add some enamel dots, some Altenew enamel dots. What else did I do? Oh, I'd added that wax string that went round the tags. I'm still umming and ahhing. Do I want to add anything else? Oh, that's it. I end up moving the tag, which slightly tears underneath where the leaf had been stuck. So I just needed something to finish it, and that's the way I finish it. Is this little dragonfly that, again, is just cut out of one of those cut apart pieces. And I just add that and decide it's done. So I hope you enjoyed that. I did do something with the scraps that were left over from this kit. And I made some little notelets. So at the very end of this video, you'll see a picture of some notelets that I made, just using up some bits and pieces from the kit. Please do consider thumbs up and subscribing and leaving me a comment below. Tell me if you liked it or not. You never know, there might be another video coming soon. So subscribe to see more. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.